Mr. Musmar, if I get back to you, and how do you foresee these tariffs impacting the U.S. economy? You spoke about America first. So how do you foresee these tariffs impacting the U.S. economy itself, particularly in terms of the GDP and the employment rates?
Okay, let me just highlight a few things, just commenting on your guest and what he was saying. First of all, I wanna take you just a little bit backwards to the 1962. 1962, the United States was the biggest producer of chicken, and we used to sell chicken to Europe, whatever called now European Union. At that time, we used to sell it to them for $1.6, and then they imposed taxes on it, tariffs. Okay, tariffs. And that jacked it up to $2.60, which is actually started at that point the war against the United States using tariffs. The United States retaliated at that time, and we imposed 25%, which is still actually up to date on their vehicles, especially Volkswagens and Mercedes and products of Germany. Okay, now the idea is from that point and from my example, that led to what's called reciprocal taxes agreements between the United States and Europe. We brought Europeans here and we agreed on a tax limit between each others. Now, when we trying to impose tariffs, which is actually a tactical weapon, tariff is not a weapon, it's a tactical weapon to impose strategies and to impose different policies later on. China deserves 500% taxes to be imposed on him because we don't have any reciprocal agreements, tax agreements between the United States and China. And the Chinese are not honest in doing their taxes, and they are actually cheating and stealing the American technology.
No, we cannot go into such terms.
Okay.
We cannot
well,
go
I
into such
understand,
terms.
but what I'm trying to tell you, like, we need to bring the Chinese here to the United States and ask and beg for reciprocal tax agreements, because that's what we need, and that's what the world need. In the United States and China, they are actually the rising power in economy, and they are the one they're going to shape how it's going to look like in the future. And actually, Donald Trump did not decide to impose taxes at the same level between us, the United States and Europe, or between us and China. We were talking about different percentage. Something else just to highlight for your guest and for the people that they listen, the Biden administration did not avoid any tax that was imposed during the first Trump era against China. Actually,
But
and on
here,
top of that,
here you didn't
extra
speak
taxes.
much. Here you didn't speak much about how will that reflect on the U.S. economy, which was the question.
Okay, now I understand, but what I was trying to tell you that if we don't do this as the United States, we're gonna kill our industry and we're gonna kill our productions and our economy later on. It's not the point of today. Now, this is a process. It's gonna take time. It's not magic. Now, maybe at the beginning you're gonna see like a little bit more inflation is gonna happen, but afterwards, when we started to give tax cuts and we're trying to attract more manufacturing businesses to start coming back to the United States,